In this ranking, we'll evaluate each starting NFL quarterback based on their aura, a mix of their leadership, presence, and how they command respect both on and off the field. Quarterbacks with the most aura are the ones who capture attention the moment they step into a room, exuding confidence and charisma that make them impossible to ignore. On the opposite end, quarterbacks with lower aura may have the talent but lack that commanding presence. Let's dive in, starting with those whose aura isn't quite high. The quarterback with the least amount of aura is Will Levis. Not only is he still finding his footing in the NFL, but the constant complaining and lack of leadership ranks him at the bottom. He's had moments where his physical tools have shown promise, but decision-making and consistency remain a challenge. There's potential, but Levis will need to prove himself and stop eating mayo in order to rise in the rankings. Next up is Daniel Jones, who holds arguably the worst contract in NFL history. His ability to make plays with his legs continues to be a strength, but he has struggled with inconsistency in the passing game. Jones's aura has taken a hit due to his inability to elevate the Giants' offense and his ability to remain the starter anyways. Breaking a big run and falling at the last minute will also decrease your aura. Brissett holds the third lowest aura. He has been a solid placeholder for the Patriots while they develop their next franchise quarterback, but he has never been seen as more than just a temporary solution. His leadership and professionalism are well regarded, but he has struggled under pressure. His aura is one of stability, but he will never be more than an afterthought. Gardner Minshew was one of the QBs with the most aura at one point in his career, but you can't rely on your mustache and charisma your whole career. By week 3, he found himself benched for Aiden O'Connell, indicating that his starting role might be slipping away. Minshew's aura remains relevant due to his underdog mentality, but he has gotten too many opportunities and never capitalized. Next up is Bo Nix, whose aura is still forming. Not being one of the top picks or an underdog story, he has no controversy and falls in the irrelevancy. His natural leadership and athleticism give him the foundation to develop into a quarterback with a much larger presence in the league. His ability to evolve and adapt will determine how high his aura can rise. Deshaun Watson and his controversy come next. While he was once considered a top-tier quarterback, his inconsistent play since returning to the field has hindered his ability to regain his previous stature. Not to mention the massive hit his aura took with his massage trouble. He is considered one of the worst human beings in the whole league, and no one seems to like him anymore. Anthony Richardson comes in at 26. Once seen as the next big star due to his physical gifts, his inability to stay on the field have made him irrelevant. The little time he has balled has been inconsistent, making him a big what-if and nothing more. Caleb Williams holds the 25th spot. Being a highly touted prospect will bring a lot of attention to you, and not delivering quickly will bring critics. While his aura was high due to his not caring attitude and talent on the field in college, his slow start quickly makes you wonder if he was the right choice. Geno Smith is up next. Holding a lot of aura due to him not writing back and his resurgence in Seattle, his inconsistency and lack of relevancy have quickly overshadowed. He will need another resurgence in order to be relevant again. Next up is Andy Dalton, who just by being nicknamed the Red Rifle has more aura than others. Once seen as a franchise QB, he had fallen to backup of the worst team, not a good look. His professionalism and ability to manage games, paired with his big performance in Week 3, earned him a starting nod and boosted his aura. Trevor Lawrence comes in at 22. Being the best prospect ever, having such great hair, and being the first overall had his aura at an all-time high coming into the league. But having the same stats as Daniel Jones years into his career, while still being considered top tier, has made him lose it all. He is starting to turn into a bust, and his past hype only makes it that much worse. Jaden Daniels sits at 21. Arguably the best rookie in this class, his physical tools and veteran-like poise have boosted his aura. He still needs time to develop his leadership and in-game presence, but the sky is the limit for such a talented and prepared rookie. Leading the top 20 is Justin Fields. Fields had lost all his aura after being tossed by one of the worst franchises to be replaced by a rookie, but the Steelers have brought him back to life. Leading his team to a 3-0 start has made him relevant, but he will need to stop relying on his defense and exploit his talent in order to be seen differently. Matthew Stafford is up next. Stafford's aura reached its peak with the Rams' Super Bowl victory his first year with the team, but injuries and team struggles have tempered his presence. He remains a respected veteran, but his overall in-game impact has diminished. Getting cheated on with your backup in college will also bump you down a few spots. Tua Tagovailoa sits at 18. When healthy, he runs Miami's offense with precision and is a franchise quarterback. But 3 concussions has called for the entire football community to want him to retire. No one wants to see him take the field again, a massive hit on his aura. Closing the bottom half is Kirk Cousins. From taking over as the starter after being drafted to be a backup, to being a franchise QB for 2 teams, Kirk has always proved people wrong. That paired with being a family man and being nicknamed Kirk O'Chains has him near the top half of QBs. Sam Darnold opens up the top half. Darnold's career has been marked by inconsistency. He was once seen as a bust and nothing more than a backup. An impressive start to the 2024 season has shown that he can be a franchise QB, and that his past struggles were more on the team than on him. Jared Goff is up next. People forget Goff played in a Super Bowl in his time with the Rams. His time with the Lions has been even better. Goff has shown he can lead a team with consistency and poise. His leadership and ability to manage the game have made him a steady presence in Detroit and a franchise quarterback. Derek Carr sits at 14. Carr is a veteran who has always been seen as a franchise quarterback. His leadership and experience make him respected across the league, but his lack of playoff success limits his aura. Carr has the opportunity to elevate his standing with a solid Saints team this year. Next is Baker Mayfield. Mayfield's aura has always been tied to his fiery competitiveness. While his career has been up and down, his toughness and ability to bounce back from adversity keep him relevant. He's still a figure who can inspire a locker and a relevant quarterback. Jordan Love sits at 12. As the successor to Aaron Rodgers, Love has shown leadership and poise. He has delivered despite the high expectations and silenced doubters, but we still need to see more from him. Coming back quickly from injury will boost him up if he can deliver. Just outside the top 10 is Kyler Murray. Murray's elite athleticism and ability to make plays outside the pocket give him a unique aura. When he's on, Murray is one of the most exciting players to watch. Despite being undersized, he never fails to deliver. His undefeated Texas high school success make him that much more impressive. Justin Herbert leads the top 10. Herbert's combination of arm talent, intelligence, and calm demeanor has quickly made him one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. His ability to perform has grown his aura, but he is quickly running out of time and excuses. Aaron Rodgers is up next. Arguably the most controversial quarterback these past 2 years. Last year he would have been at the bottom after playing just 4 snaps, despite all the hype. But Rodgers' aura is defined by his legacy and his ability to ball at an old age. Despite his controversial off-field antics, there is no arguing that he continues to be a powerful figure in the league, even in the twilight of his career. Up next is Dak Prescott. Dak's aura is one of resilience and professionalism. As the leader of the Dallas Cowboys, one of the most scrutinized teams in the NFL, Prescott faces enormous pressure, but handles it with grace. His leadership on and off the field makes him a respected figure, though playoff struggles have limited his aura's growth. Brock Purdy sits at 7. Purdy's rise from being the last pick in the NFL draft to a playoff-caliber starting quarterback is one of the NFL's most compelling stories. From Mr. Irrelevant to Super Bowl quarterback will boost your aura immediately. Just outside the top 5 is C.J. Stroud. Stroud's ability to play clean football and his impressive poise under pressure have already earned him respect in the league despite his young career. His celebration only gives him extra points. He could be the next face of the league. Top 5 starts with Joe Burrow. Burrow's confidence and cool demeanor have earned him the title of one of the coldest QBs in the league. His talent is top tier, and so is his presence and style. He could be higher, but he is running out of time to prove he is more than just a cool picture and video. Up next is Jalen Hurts. The tush-push creator and the QB who squats the most, Hurts has made his presence felt. Already a Super Bowl quarterback and rarely showing emotion despite success, his win mentality has earned him respect. He is somehow underrated despite all the success he has had. The top 3 starts with Lamar Jackson. Jackson's aura is defined by his unique playmaking ability. As a 2-time MVP winner, he impresses with electrifying speed and vision, changing the QB position. With a 21-1 record against NFC teams, Lamar just needs to make it to win it all, but he has failed to do so. Josh Allen sits at 2. Allen brings a combination of athleticism and power that very few quarterbacks can match. His physicality, particularly his ability to run through defenders, elevates his presence on the field. Allen is the leader of the Bills, and his toughness commands respect from both teammates and opponents. It is no surprise Mahomes is number 1. Mahomes stands at the pinnacle of NFL quarterbacks. His talent is evident in his ability to make impossible plays look routine. Whether it's a no-look pass or an unbelievable scramble, his aura is built on being clutch in the biggest moments. The Chiefs' success with Mahomes, which includes multiple Super Bowl victories, has solidified his place as the face of the NFL, and being the best boosts your aura. What do you think of this list? Do you agree? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching.